Hello and welcome to week 6 of EDUC 407. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time making sure you're getting everything done. Again, any questions, don't hesitate to ask, but this video is to help you get started with week 6. So let's go into some of this. Week 6 assignments. There's 3 assignments that you have to work on. The first of which is collaborating with Google Workspace. There's a video and a couple articles I want you to read about in order to help you with that. There's the book reading and Slack group discussion as part of your template for your project that you're making. And then the last thing is a collaborative storytelling assignment that you guys have. All of your assignments are due on the 13th of March. So if you have a chance to get started on some of the stuff to make things a little bit easier, the sooner you get on into it, the better it's going to be, especially as we only have, after this week, 2 weeks left in the class. So you guys are doing a wonderful job. So keep up the good work. So let's go into a deeper dive of these assignments. So the first one is collaborating with Google Workspace. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to watch a video. It's on Google Apps for Education, or GAF. So if you hear that phrase, you'll understand that. And there's 2 articles on Google Apps and Google Classroom. Once you've finished, you'll see inside Blackboard, you'll write a reflection on one idea that you would take to a team, whether it's a grade level team, a PLT or PLC team, any type of team that you might work with in education, where you can use a Google app to help teachers collaborate better. And again, collaboration makes things a lot easier when it comes in terms of education. The more you can collaborate, the less stress you'll have individually, and you'll get a lot of good ideas and maybe help other people with things as you go through. The second assignment is the book reading and group discussion. So this goes to your template for your project. You are going to read chapters 3 through 6 in the textbook, so hopefully everything's going all right with that. You'll also complete slides 3, 4, and 5 on your book club template, although I think slide 3, when we look at it a little deeper, is just, hey, read these chapters, and 4 and 5, you actually do something. And then after you finish those, you're not turning anything in other than meeting with your group online on Slack and sharing each other's ideas to help your thought process out with this project. Again, you will not turn in that template at all until week 8. So remember, this is where we're going to use Slack to help us out with that. And our last assignment, which would probably be the one that takes a little bit longer, is the collaborative storytelling. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is take a short fairy tale, children's story, something short. Don't make it very long. Divide the story into sections, with each person getting a section. So there's 3 people per group, so that means each person got one section, 1/3 of the story. You want to create a Google slide deck that you share amongst each other, where you guys start, putting the story on there, as well as putting whatever graphics or anything you want to put. And then what you want to do is recreate that story. So again, you can do it the way the story is, or you can give it a modern twist. It does not matter to me. I should be able to tell what it is. If you want to do something where, and I think I said this during class, the 3 little pigs, where one little pig was on Instagram and didn't pay attention and his house blew down. You can do something like that. Again, take a fairy tale or a children's story and make it your guys' own. And it'd be even interesting if you guys went 3 different ways with it in the same story. So again, don't feel like you guys all have to do the same thing. Have fun with it. Each team member is going to screencast their slides, and you have to upload it to YouTube. That's a really big, important thing. So if you run into any issues, let me know. And then what you need to do is send each other the links to each video. Because what you're going to do is create a playlist. Each of you will create a playlist where all the videos are in order, and then you'll send me the link inside Blackboard so I can watch those videos in the order that they're supposed to be in, so I can do the story. So far you guys have done a wonderful job, so I'm not too worried about it, but I want to make sure it does take time to screencast. It does take time to set everything up. Make sure you guys are talking. I know I did get one question, where do we talk? Talk in that book club group that you're in. The same group, talking that you're going to do for your project, you're going to do for the storytelling. That's perfectly fine to put it in there. And again, it's not like you have to meet and talk at the same time, but as long as you guys are sharing, bumping the ideas around each other, that's going to be the big thing, because then I'll know that you guys are communicating with each other. So let's look a little deeper into our assignments. So I'm going to go directly into Blackboard. So hopefully you'll see this right here. All 3 assignments are here. First one is collaborating with Google Workspace. So what you'll do is you'll click on this, and you'll see the assignment is right here at the top. It says number 1, collaborating. So imagine you're working at a new school. What is one idea you'd bring to your team that you could use Google Workspace to help teachers collaborate better? And in order to understand Google Workspace and all the apps, you have to watch this video, okay? So make sure you sit down and watch that video. It talks about all the different Google apps that there are. And you may already know some, and you might already be ready, like, I know what I want to use. That's perfectly fine. I just want to kind of get an idea. And then there's Google Classroom and an Edutopia article that you should look at. And again, it kind of gives you a little bit deeper understanding of things. Now, please keep in mind that we're going to learn about Google Classroom a little bit more. So if you don't know anything about Google Classroom, no worries. We're going to talk about that because there's a lot of schools that use it, a lot of teachers that use it to help set up a classroom and put multimedia things together. Now, there are other places where they use Canvas, like my district uses Canvas, although some people still use Google Classroom. But again, the more you understand about it, the better, and you can see how it can be used. So that is the first assignment. Hopefully that doesn't take you too long. Going back into the main page, this is the book reading and group discussion. Again, read chapters 3 through 6, complete slides 3 through 5, and then meet with your book club. And again, I know it says meet for about 30 minutes, but I know everybody's schedule is crazy. As long as you guys are responding to each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at Slack and see, are you guys talking to each other? Are you bouncing ideas off each other? If you're doing that, you're going to be perfectly fine. Now, inside the template, just so you know, inside the template, here's week 6. Slide 3 is really just says read chapters 3 through 6. So make sure you take the time to read those chapters. Again, nothing to put on this slide. But when we go to the next slide, for week 6, complete your turn. Develop a conceptual framework for your project, pages 91 to 92. Complete that. And you may want to put that right here inside the slide. Again, select a grade content area and a grade level that you think you'd like to teach, and then review some of those content standards for that grade level. Again, if you're not quite sure where to look, don't hesitate to ask. I want to help you out with it. And then you'll put whatever work you have on here. Now remember, you are not turning in this slide deck until week 8. So don't feel like if I put it up there and it's not right at the moment, and then you talk to your group and you realize you want to make a change, guess what? That's the whole purpose. It's okay to not be right the first time. Trust me, I have had plenty of lesson plans, plenty of projects that I had a good idea, but they just didn't work. So this is part of the process where you work with someone else to kind of flush out those ideas. And then the last one is slide 5. You'll need to complete your turn, design your project, pages 107 to 110. Make sure you put that stuff here. And if you need more space, you can add more slides. Again, that's your template. So when you turn it in on week 8, I'll see all the work that you do. Think about how you will engage students in researching a topic, collaborating with a team, and experiencing deep inquiry. So make sure you complete all of those things. And again, if you run into any issues, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Lastly is our screencasting collaborative storytelling. Okay, remember, select that fairy tale. Make sure you divide it into sections. Again, each group has 3 people in it, so there should be 3 sections each, 3 videos that you'll have to create, 1 for each person. Remember, you're only creating the video for yourself for your section. So if someone doesn't do their section, guess what? You won't be penalized on your work. Keep that in mind. Okay, so again, you are taking care of your section, so make sure you guys are talking early in the week so you guys can set that up. What you'll do is once you upload it to YouTube, share that link with everybody else, okay? So they can create a playlist. And once you guys got your playlist and you have all your videos in order, make sure you send that link to me inside Blackboard. And then what I'll do is I'll go and check it out, okay? I did give you a sample here, a cell phone fairy tale where they use their cell phones instead of screencasting. However, I do want you to do the screencasting because that's kind of been our main focus this session. So make sure you're doing that. Remember, you're only doing one part of the story. We should have links to the entire story. And again, if someone doesn't do their part, that's on them. You turn in your stuff, and guess what? You're going to get credit for it. They will not. Okay, so I know group work can sometimes be a little hairy, but you should be able to get everything all taken care of. Now, making a playlist. That might be something where people might be struggling with. You're not quite sure if you haven't used YouTube that way. So let me kind of show you real quickly about that. So right here inside YouTube Studio, once you want to create something, you'll see on the left-hand side when you're looking at your videos, that especially if you've already done the screencasting, you'll see this. dashboard, content, playlist, analytics, comments, and so forth. And over here, you'll see all your videos. In this case, these are all the videos that I've made with my account since the beginning of time, I guess, because I've had lessons on here that I've used in Google Classroom and, of course, for this course. You'll see that I have stuff, week 5 assignments, week 4 assignments, all the stuff that we've kind of done here. And it's all on YouTube, because what I do is I screencast, put it in YouTube, and then I put it on Blackboard. Well, same kind of process, except we're going to make a playlist. So when you click on playlists, it's going to come to this page. And if you don't have any playlists, it's not a big deal. But I got one right here, EDUC 407. Okay, so you want to come up here where it says on the right-hand side where it says new playlist. You'll click on it. You'll type it. It could be the story. It could be something EDUC 407. It could be collaborative storytelling. Whatever name you want to give to it. It'll then appear here. What you'll then need to do is to go into the videos that you made and your friends have made. Make sure you have those links, and then you'll have to look at it. So like in this case, this is week 4 right here. Okay, I've made this, so I've got it loaded up. What I do is I go to save, and then what I want to do is, since I will have a playlist, I'll have it right here. I'll click on EDUC 407, and then I'll just click off of it, and it's in there. If I want to put another one here, in this case, week 5, I'll do the same thing. Go to save, EDUC 407, and then click outside of it. And then it should be in that playlist once we look at it. So let's kind of look. I'm going to get into it. Let's see. I'm hoping that it worked just fine. Look, we have some things inside the playlist. You should only have 3 things. Okay, make sure you only have 3 things in the playlist. Then all you have to do is order them. Now remember, you can move it to make it in specific orders. Once you do that, all you have to do is go to the share, and then you'll get a link. So you just go copy and then paste it inside Blackboard. If you do run into any issues doing any of these things, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Okay, I want to help you out. But that's an easy way of making the playlist. Just make sure you have the links to all of your comrades' stuff. Make sure that everybody's all set to go, and then you guys can submit that playlist. Again, you can do it yourself, or you could have one person in the group send the link to everybody for the playlist and submit that. Either way works, as long as I can see all 3 videos. Again, if you run into any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm here to help. Also, we will be meeting on Thursday online for this week, and it'll be at 5 o'clock. So, and hopefully, just like normal, we won't be there for a long time. I'll answer whatever questions I need to. But again, I'm here to help you at any stage. So make sure you guys get everything taken care of. If you do have any questions, please do not hesitate. One last thing I do want to say, if you're wondering how to screencast where you don't have like all the stuff on the side and everything like that, so you see here it's kind of in a presentation mode. So when I do it, I'll exit out of this. You'll see you don't want those slides there. When you want to present, you're ready to screencast. Come up here, click on this where it says presenter view. When you do so, it's going to do this. You'll have 2 kind of windows. I could just exit out of that window, but then boom, I have that. That way it's kind of just all on one screen rather than having to worry about it being, with those the slides on the side. It just kind of makes it look a little bit better. Just a little tip to help you out. But if you choose to do it one way or the other, it does not matter. Just as long as you do it, that's going to be the thing. Again, these are probably the first times that you guys are doing this stuff, so I understand that this is a little bit of a struggle, and that's okay. As you practice this, as you do more of this, as you get into your educational career, you're going to realize, oh wow, it was so hard back then, but now it's like so easy. And I'm hoping for that for all of you guys. Again, any questions, feel free to ask. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing everybody on Thursday.